Luke, 2 weeks to go and the Division 2 title still to be claimed. This is what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always nice to be involved in important games in September. A chance to win a trophy is special, and we want to finish the season well.
I was looking back, obviously 16 or 17 months ago, it was a run where it was difficult to get a win in red ball cricket. Since then, 3 defeats, 14 wins in the last 18 months or so. How much does that help you when you're out there and maybe still sometimes behind in a game and then end up coming through in 2 or 3 days?
It's crazy. I've actually forgot about that period of time. It's we've been so successful since. But yeah, to answer your question, I think we've just got a good balanced side who have played together for a decent amount of time now. The period where we were unsuccessful and we struggled, we're still trying to gel together as a team. So that took its time to do that. But now, there's a core group of players who play the 4-day stuff, and there's lads who unfortunately aren't playing that can still do their job. So we've got some experienced players, but a younger generation of players coming through now also finding their way in the game and consistently performing.
You, of course, have been through weeks like this before, 2010, 2017, with things on the line in September. What does it take to get through those and finish strong on the home straight of a season?
Well, really, it's just another game of cricket. You treat it like every other game. You prepare as well as you can. Luckily for this game, we've had a bit of time off, so lads can freshen up, put in a couple of good sessions, and then hit the road running with Worcester. But we don't want to put pressure on ourselves. It's just another game. If we continue to play the cricket we have for the last 18 months, 2 years, then we'll be fine.
As we speak today, it's Thursday morning before the game starts next Tuesday, and I know you've been working at match intensity in spells out there in the nets this morning. How useful is that at this stage of a season?
Well, it's great. I like training like that. There was myself, Dane Patterson, Steve Mullaney, bowling at Joe Clark and Hasib Hamid, and I actually come away from the net feeling really good. About my game, about the other lads' game. The intensity, like you said, was brilliant. And for this time of year, for it to be like that, September, lads have played a lot of cricket. There's been a lot go on in the last 5-6 months. To try and keep that same match intensity that you did in April, May time is key, and that's ultimately that's how you're going to win trophies.
Probably spoken about it more from the other side of things in terms of batters facing bowlers, but that's quite a batting line that you're having to bowl at, isn't it? In that
well, it's
situation?
good. I mean, it pushes you. It makes sure it sort of keeps you aware of where you need to be in your game. You're bowling at them lads and you're slightly off line of length and you're getting hit for 4, so it tightens us all up as bowlers, and I'm sure we challenge them just as much as they challenge us. So it's a good balance. I think we've got our preparation, our training right the last 2 years, but that really needs everyone to buy into that, and I think lads do it well now. You've only got to turn up and watch. I know you've probably done it yourself, and you can almost feel like the intensity of just from watching there. So that's good. It's been driven by the coaches, but ultimately the players have got stuck in and done it well.
Yeah, and in particular, I guess over the last couple of weeks, it's been a couple of weeks from finishing off the 100 to then go straight into a red ball game to then having a break. What's been the kind of process to try and keep your level?
Yeah, that was tough. I struggled really, badly with that. Although I got some wickets against Leicester last week, I felt terrible really, if I'm honest. Couldn't land the ball in the same spot. For me, it's just the whole timings of it was tough. But sometimes playing county cricket, you've just got to get on with them things. We're up against it all the time, but actually we got a result, and it was an important game for us to get them 20 points. So, but ultimately, this week's been great. I've had 2 or 3 sessions with Shiny to prepare myself, get myself back up to where I want to be in the 4-day stuff, and then that gives us a much better chance next week going into Worcester. Yeah,
and strong performance from the entire bowling unit last week. What have you made of Dane, first of all, this year? 100 wickets now for Notts in first-class cricket. He feels like he's been here 5 minutes.
That's exactly that. It just feels like he's been here for a short time, but it feels like he's been here forever. He's fitted in well on the field and also off the field as well. The lads love him, and he performs well. All the members love him, the fans love him. He puts in 100% every time he plays for the club. He plays through sorenesses like most bowlers do, and like I said, this time of year your body's aching a bit, but Dane cracks on, he gets his head down and does the job, and he's a great bloke to have in the dressing room and also on the pitch.
And Brett as well, back in the red ball side last week and hitting his straps immediately. What does that take really to come back in and perform at that level straight off?
Well, I didn't see Brett because I was away with the 100, but I was watching the 50 over comp, and you could just tell that he had a nice rhythm in that. He took 22 wickets, I think, which is amazing, and he got a record of 7 for whatever it was against Leicester. That's a record in that competition. So I knew that Brett had been bowling well, and he'd had some success in the 50 over comp, and it's sort of nice that he's transferred that into the red ball now. And yeah, I mean he's hitting his straps well. He's bowling as well as I've seen him. So it's good that we've got you know, lads in form, but also lads who are on the fringe of playing also in form as well. You know, you look at Jake Ball, who's coming back from his back niggle. That's bowling well. He bowled well in the seconds, and I'm sure he'll be, you know, itching to play these next 2 games.
And after the few years it's been in red ball cricket, coming through 2019 and 20, and then more success last year, but ultimately just falling short, what would it mean to get over the line in this next couple of weeks?
Well, it'd be great. I mean, that's something that all players play for. But no, for this club as well, to have some success and celebrate it with our members, hopefully. You know, I don't look too far ahead, but you know, that's something we want to do. Playing against Durham here last game is win it for the club, really. The lads deserve it. Coaching staff deserve it. They put a lot of hard work in, as all teams do, I suppose. But you know, I've been around it here now for a few years, and I've been here for a long time, and this is as good as it's felt as a squad and as a team effort. And the last 2 seasons definitely. So yeah, we'll push hard this week and try and get ourselves close as we can to that trophy.